The Prut is a 953 kilometers long river in Eastern Europe. In part of its course it forms Romania's border with Moldova and Ukraine. Overview. It was known in antiquity as the Piratis, Porata, Hierosis or Gerusius. It originates on the eastern slope of Mount Hovla, in the Carpathian Mountains in Ukraine. The Prut flows southeast, eventually joining the Danube River near Giurgiu, east of Galati. Between 1918 and 1939 it was partly in Poland and partly in Greater Romania. After the German invasion of Poland in 1939 it became almost entirely Romanian. Prior to the World War I it served as a border between Romania and the Russian Empire. After World War II the river once again demarcated a border, this time between Romania and the Soviet Union. Nowadays, for a length of 695 kilometers it forms the border between Romania and Moldova. It has a hydrographic basin of 27,500 square kilometers, of which 10,990 square kilometers are in Romania and 7,790 square kilometers in Moldova. The biggest city along its banks is Chernovtsi, Ukraine. The Kostisti Stanka Kostisti Dam, operated jointly by Moldova and Romania, is built on the Prut. There is also a hydroelectric station in Snyatin. Ships travel from the river's mouth to the city of Leova. Near the city of Yaremchi the river creates a waterfall Probi which is 8 meters high and has a slope of almost 45 degrees. Towns. The following towns are situated along the river Prut, from source to mouth: Lanchin, Delatin, Kolomaya, Snyatin, Chernovtsi, Novoslatia, Darabani, Lipkani, Ungeni, Leova, Kantamir and Karhul. Tributaries. The following rivers are tributaries to the river Prut. Left: Rakovat, Siahor, Sarata, Lapushna, Tumakik, Toka, Cholnyava, Cherlina, Reinhach, Rikitnyanka, Laha. Right: Cheramosh, Herta, Poiana, Kornisti, Isnovat, Radorti, Gireni, Volovat, Badu, Basu, Karogia, Bertsavesh, Ryoasa, Solonet, Serjazoa, Gigia, Kozmeshti, Bohotan, Mosna, Pruta, Elan, Horancia, Oancia, Stoeniza, Chinevha, Rybnitsa. Pistinka. Historical events. During the Russo-Turkish War of 1710 to 1711, on the 19th of July 1711, Russian forces initially divided among Peter the Great's army on the west bank and Boris Sheremetov's army on the east bank of the Prut, and allied with Dmitry Cantemir, the ruler of Moldova, met with the Ottoman army led by Grand Vizier Baltachi Mehmed Pasha. The Turks and Crimean Tatars attacked first against Sheremetev, who then retreated to the other side to join Peter the Great. Afterwards the Russian army set up a defensive camp between Stanelisti and the river, which was then completely surrounded by the Ottoman army. Negotiations started on the 21st of July 1711 and the Treaty of the Prut was signed on the 23rd of July 1711. After this treaty, Dmitry Cantemir had to go in exile at Moscow. This treaty means the end of local dynasties of kings and instauration of rulers from Fana, Istanbul. Popular culture. City of Orodkevich. Within the Prut Valley. Within the Prut Valley a cabin rests close in which lives a lassie, a beautiful rose. Her eyes like the bright stars that lighten the sky. When you see them, laddie, you'll pause with a sigh. Within the Prut Valley the moon does not shine. 'Tis only a lover has come to his shrine. A sweet conversation in murmur now goes, while dreamy old river just quietly flows. Within the Prut Valley the flowers are plucked and wreaths for the wedding with myrtle are tucked. Inside of the cabin play fiddles and bass while friends sing together to the happiness. Translated by Waldemir Semenina. Legend about Prut and Hovla. In one village lived a boy who was called Prut. One time he worked for so long that by the evening decided to stay overnight in the mountains. He found a big pine tree and slept underneath it. During his sleep he saw a wonderful dream as a very beautiful girl all in green came to him. The girl stroked his hair and sang a song, but as the boy stretched towards her hand, she disappeared right away. He woke up and no one was around. He only noticed a green ribbon on a branch. The girl fell into his soul and he decided to find her. The next evening he again lay under the pine tree but did not sleep. As darkness fell he saw that from under the ground appeared that girl who went straight to the place where Prut hid. As she neared the tree the boy jumped out and hugged her. He asked her what her name was. She at first looked at him in fright but then smiled and said Hovla. After that night Prut was almost never seen in the village. All the time he spent in the mountains. They fell in love. However, Hovla was the daughter of the mountain Tsar, therefore she could not come down from the mountains among people. Once her father learned of her love, he cursed her. She could not live any longer without her love and jumped down from a high cliff. Immediately a terrible wind rose that destroyed everything in its path. The next morning once again appeared the sun and people saw that in place of a valley now appeared a big mountain. For a long time Prut sought Hovla. He ran onto the mountain and heard her voice. He never returned to people. Since then flowed down a mountain river, laying a path between rocks. People named the river Prut, and the mountain Hovla. Bridges: Lipkani Radorti Bridge, Eiffel Bridge, Ungeni, Kostesti Stanka, Falsu Kantamir, Oansia Kahul, Galati Giagilesti, Gallery,